This is your brother Hassad, and this is not a clickbait video. It's not a joke, none of that. The title of this video is true. I'm no longer a member of Sicarii. And before I even start with it saying anything, I have nothing but love for every member of Sicarii. There's not a bitterness that I have. I don't hate none of them brothers. I don't hate Alazar. If I got $1, Alazar got 50 cents. If his kids ever need anything, Uncle Hassad is always going to be here. I love that brother to death, literally. So any of you guys that don't like Alazar, they're going to come and try to support me now. No, you can still stay over there. You know what I mean? Alazar is my brother. That's my big brother that I never had. And I'm going to love that brother forever. You know, Alazar is my brother. You know what I mean? Every person in Sicarii is my brother. There are a lot of haters that have sat back, and I've listened to it over the years, who have whispered in my ear, you need to leave. You should leave. You should do your own camp. I'm not going to be cool with you. I don't like y'all, and it will always be so. Anybody that wants to come on here fake supporting me because you don't like Alazar, I'm going to see right through it. I'm not an idiot.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Recha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to all you brethren and you fellow believers of this truth, and shalom to the elect. So I'm just going to do a short commentary on this video, or I don't know, I'm just going to go in the spirit. One of the elders shared this video with me, and I said, well, I'm sure all the brothers is going to possibly do videos, I don't know, but I just want to give my commentary or take on the situation just listening to the video. And I saw that Brother Hassad, he said he's leaving Sicarii, but he stressed that he doesn't have any issues. It's no hatred or anything else towards his fellow teachers, and that's honorable. I can see that. But his very teachers, you know, the scripture says you reap what you sow. His very teachers were very dishonorable to his teachers. You know, their teachers. I mean, this guy Sicarii, Alazar, and all, you know, this guy came out of GMS. And I remember, because when I came into truth, I remember seeing him out teaching, and I thought he's a pretty good teacher, right? But then when it fell off and it went astray, and he started calling his elders, old enough to be his father, all kinds of different names, and very disrespectful. So this is very honorable to see Brother Hassad still reference them as brothers, and he still have love for them. Now, I like to say, because I checked out the video, and I don't have hatred towards Alazar, you know. I mean, I think if I met him, I think he'd be a pretty cool guy. But the fact that he's very disrespectful, right, kind of crushes all of that. You know, I mean, he could have left and had a problem with our doctrine and so forth, but talk to his teachers and have that high level of disrespect like he did. He could say they went off, but, to call them names and them sitting on the couches and calling them all these names, I'm old school. I don't agree with any of that disrespecting of any elders. That's just how I am. So anyway, understanding that this man is being honorable to Sicarii, at the end of the day, he's got to prove his own work. This group gets into these debates. They make these debates much harder. The letters of Paul are not authenticated. Now all the Christians are just running down on them, and they're getting dragged into the sinkhole. They just, like, when we debate Christians, it's easy. It's just easy. It's not hard. We don't have to say, well, the letters of Paul wasn't authenticated. Luke was this, and the Hebrews was basically your Old Testament Israelites. If you don't believe, if you don't trust that the Lord, right, have ordained this book to be where it was and taught to us, and now you come up with some newfound revelation and say, well, is it true what the Lord allowed in the book? Then it's probably, probably you're not a man of the Lord. Now let me get a scripture real quick before I finish the commentary. Like I said, I'm just going raw with this. Galatians 6:4, it says, but let every man prove his own work, then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Now there's men that's left GMS, and there was men I was cool with that left, right? Or they did whatever they did. We've saluted brothers from Sicarii. So Wi-Fi even come to us when we teaching. What's his name? Brother Amos has come over. And, I was kind of laughing with him, but I was trying to tell him to get right on the MOTB. Right? So Brother Hassad is already in tune with the MOTB, because I believe the Sicarii teaches that, which they learned from Great Millstone. But then Sicarii learned a little bit from IUIC. And hopefully, like I said, I did videos on Hassad teaching various times. And I said, well, Hassad is a very good teacher, probably the best teacher that they have in that school. They will definitely miss him. Not that nobody else ain't good teachers, not that the deacon and the rest ain't good teachers, but Hassad is an exceptional teacher that I can see, right? And I've done videos off of his teachings, but he never went into that Paul wasn't authenticated. He fought it all through. He didn't do that. And that's what I noticed. When he teach and they bring up Paul, he don't bring that up. And I can see when they do those live streams that the deacon, Brother Hassad is sitting up there looking like, nah, this can't be right. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's the case. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he saith unto me, Son of man, eat that which thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll, not part of it. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with the roll that I give thee. When you go on a long trip, mostly what you should do is fill your gas tank all the way up. If you don't, you tend to burn gas a little bit quicker through the suction and vacuum, so to speak, and you kind of lose, you lose pressure and you suck more gas. So you should fill it up when you're taking those long trips. Have it full. It's the best thing to do. That's what you're doing. You're taking it for the long haul. So even when it's truth, you don't want to be, you want to eat the whole thing. You want to be full, so you can give out, have the, the truth, and put that out there. That stuff that they're doing. Again, I don't have no hatred towards Alazar and the deacon, but we can see that this group is wild, man. They got too much stuff going on, man. It's too confusing. Let me read a couple comments. It says, GMS is about to have a field day. Then somebody wrote, Sicarii Springs out of GMS. It says, let them make 1 million videos, change nothing. Absolutely. But all these videos we made do have impacts. They watch. Whether they want to agree and try to put it up on screen and try to debunk what we say, the elect is listening. And that's the thing. This is about the elect. This is not about saving Brother Hassad. Oh, we're going to be cool with him now because he left. GMS has been telling him to leave that group a long time ago. Brothers in Great Millstone, I've said it. You can see it's a different kind of spirit on him than the rest of them. That's my opinion. I'm not saying doing this video because I hate or dislike to the point Sicarii and they're just the worst thing going, but they're going off. They're going the hell off. The next closest thing to salvation is to get away from there. At least that's what we believe. This is why we teach. It's not so much about the camp, but the truth, to get the men that's in those camps out of that camp to listen and believe. I'm not doing this video to persuade Hassad to come in GMS. Yeah, it would be nice for him to come to the true doctrine, which we say the 100% truth. Right? We believe that of the doctrine. All this other stuff, they just make it too hard. All these debates, it's just way too hard. It's unnecessary. And I believe it's all full of entertainment. That's all I see. The people on the comment boards, and let me read another comment. But first, let me read Amos 3:3. Can two walk together lest they be agreed? These are all milk scriptures. A lot of you already know these scriptures. But it's necessary, right? Let me read this comment real quick. As soon as it pops up. Somebody say, you don't descend from Sicarii. You descend from a man named Israel. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. We love you, Ak. Continue to push the truth. Kwame Asharala. Hey, we love Sicarii too, but the saint know what I'm talking about. See, okay. You know, we love Sicarii, and this is what we see. We see a mixture and a balance, the cover up. Sicarii, we still love you, and this and that. This is like some celebrities that had a split or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we don't love false doctrines, man. That's one thing we don't love. We don't have no hatred for these brothers, all of them, but we don't love false doctrines. It says, mark them that cause divisions. The scriptures also says, be in sound doctrine, which means whole or healthy doctrine. We don't love false doctrine. That's the key. I think that's the whole point I'm making. And that's what we believe. I'm not on here to campaign for Hassad to come in GMS, but we are saying that it's a beautiful thing that maybe if he's the elect, this is an example that the Lord is showing that he can get out of there and hopefully teach the right doctrine. That's all we're saying. Teach the right doctrine. Teach what thou hast been taught. That's what Sicarii doesn't do. They don't teach what thou hast been taught. They done added and added and added and took away and took away. And now these Christians are just coming up, dragging them in the dirt. That's why the Christians have so much of a field day. As soon as they see a Sicarii camp, they roll up, right? And they put on the cameras. And I said it a million times, especially that Sicarii San Francisco, man. That camp gets destroyed continuously. I've done videos on them. They don't know what the hell they doing out there, man. They just complete. I don't know if Sicarii just say iron on the stickers and get your camp sign and go out and teach. That goes to show you they don't have the leadership that Great Millstone have. And I'm just being real. They don't have that kind of leadership and that spirit that Great Millstone have to set up the example of what it is to be men of the Lord. That's what they don't have. Because they're in the mindset of get your iron on a stick shirts, go order some fringes offline and get the hookup, get your stands and your signs and just go out and teach. But there's a standard here, man. We don't do that. The apostles, and I starting with Apostle Tahar and the other apostles and bishops that's been pushing. Hey, if you don't want to get it, just leave. It's not a thing where you need to be part of us. We can put some debate videos up and get some Cash App views going in, monetize the videos. That's not what it is. This thing is strictly about the elect and serious-minded brothers, right? Who wants to be in the truth, right? Who wants to learn the truth. This is a serious-minded thing, man. Revelation 22 and 19. And if any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life. Now I'm just ranting a little bit because I just decided to just talk on it. This very group, Sicarii, has done some awful things according to the scriptures. And then the Christians, David Lynn and Vocab, and they just have at it, and then they blame all of Israel. They say Sicarii Israelites, and then they'll put up the video, Hebrew Israelites gets destroyed. But as if when I do a video on a particular Christian, the Christians get mad and say, well, wait a minute, it ain't all of us. It was just those Christians that fell away. But those same Christians can go up to Sicarii, and of course this group Sicarii said we were rapists, right? And they taught the Deuteronomy 22 doctrine. Sicarii taught that. But when he sat up there with said Netter and all that, he got confounded, and with Brother Polite, it all changed. Now we just take 12. You can do this. You can just grape 12-year-olds. Knowing damn well we don't teach to do nothing like that. We said if the crime was committed, and that's what the other scholars called it, if it was committed or something like that happened, it's how you handle it. Because then once you take a woman, right, and let's say you kill that person and lock them up, well, guess what? Now that woman is left out there. Now what's she supposed to do? Her price, her value has been taken. So what is she supposed to do? But when you read Deuteronomy 22, that's another video. If a man lie with a damsel that is betrothed, right, both of them get killed if she doesn't cry, right? But if you keep reading, if he lies with a damsel who is not betrothed and he takes her, what would be the reason to stone him and keep her alive? Right? She wasn't betrothed to nobody. So now she's messed up in the head. So what happened is the man has to take care of this woman, and he has to pay the damsel's father's 50 shekels of silver. It was just that simple. But you know what they did? Because we was getting all up in them. And then they talk about we got white boys in the camp. But clearly, they got a couple of white boys in the camp themselves. You see, they're very disrespectful. And it's not about white. You got Israelites that look white too. So, anyway, I just wanted to touch on that. Jeremiah 10:23. Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself, and is not in man to direct his steps. So there you have it. It's not in man to direct his steps. The Lord directs your steps to where you go and where you're going to go. I still think it was honorable that he still referenced his elders and his teachers. We're not hating on him for that. At least I don't. You know what I'm saying? But his own teachers is not honorable enough to reference their teachers. You see? That is just zero respect. Very undisciplined. Which means, in my opinion, the Lord had him there for a reason, but he don't belong there. He's a totally different type of Israelite. Let's see, do I have any more comments? I think there was one on there I saw that was kind of interesting. And I'll close out. You know, I can honestly say I saw this coming. I don't have anything against Chief and the Sicarii kings at all. Hassad is a different breed and has a different style. Why is he saying that? And is an awesome teacher. Why is this person saying that? He don't have anything against that. You know, people just do not tell the truth. But maybe he is. But why would somebody say this? I saw it coming. Meaning he's a different type of teacher. Meaning he knows that this is garbage, what was going on in there, man. Why would somebody say that? I know he's a different type of breed, a different style of teacher, meaning he's a different teacher. He's ahead of those guys, man, you know. Let me read this last one right here. See what it says. It says, you're definitely chosen. Everybody can see it. You're a leader. Go be a great king. I don't know what they meant by that or why they said that. Again, this goes to show you the understanding, the biblical understanding of some of these groups and what they teach. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could say he's chosen. I don't know what he meant by that. Maybe chosen to just go out and teach. I don't know. Maybe there should be some clarity on that. I can't say because you like somebody in the way. There's a lot of great teachers and great speakers who knew how to speak that wasn't right. Just because he's a great teacher doesn't mean that he's right. Doesn't mean he's the elect. Right? Being a good teacher don't make you an elect. Being a good speaker, a good scripture man don't make you the elect. Period. That's all I have on that. Shalom.